There are not many safe spaces here for us to really do Black artists, for us to do what we want to do. And I also wanted to figure out how an artist like me can make impact, make change, understand Black banking, social elements, like where does the Black artist fit beyond just a musician or a painter or a filmmaker? How can we really tell stories, our stories? So we came up with the Basement series. Welcome. This was a big feat that the Incredible Hip Hop Caucus wanted to do. Kelvin Spann, who is a part of events and just honestly one of the coolest guys I've ever met, he's a part of Hip Hop Caucus, thought of this incredible idea to have a safe space for artists to come network. I mean, honestly, coming to LA, being from New Orleans, being a musician myself, there are not many safe spaces here for us to really do Black artists, for us to do what we want to do. It's silos, right? Yo, you got to go to Lamar Park, or you got to go over here to find it, right? And I had been trying to find my safe space, and I found it with Rev at Hip Hop Caucus. They've been very open to let me bloom. There was just a lot of kindred spirit moments happening there. And I also wanted to figure out how an artist like me can make impact, make change, understand Black banking, social elements, like where does the Black artist fit beyond just a musician or a painter or a filmmaker? How can we really tell stories, our stories, on a larger scale? So we came up with the Basement series. This woman needs no introduction. I mean, she's just one of the most incredible filmmakers, storytellers, writers, and I personally, knowing her now, an incredible mind. So please give it up for Dream Hampton, the mind, the beautiful mind. Another incredible artist that I wanted to bring out here is another Southern friend, because I would not be me if I didn't have a Southern friend on this stage. From Texas, and now he's here, one of the new indie R&B artists. A name you need to know, and I think, again, watching the new and current scene of R&B and what it is becoming, I'm really proud to have a new voice on this panel, and I wanted to show that. So Samuel Greene, please come up here. All right, let's dive in. Welcome to Sofa Sessions. So again, I think it's cool that one of the rare things about what I want Sofa Sessions to encompass is to have creatives. When I say artists, I don't just mean musicians. I mean filmmakers, painters, muralists, architects, the list goes on. So I wanted to be able to have different dynamics. So you are a writer, a filmmaker, and you are an artist, a musician. Before we get into the heavy, I want to ask you guys, we are Hip Hop Caucus. What was one of the first things that moved you into being a creator? What was the one thing?
I don't know. I was just listening to the a cappella version of Michael singing Never Can Say Goodbye. Ooh. And I'm not a singer. I can't hold a note. I just remember art being at the center of my life. I'm from Detroit, and so music was certainly at the center of my life. But I knew that I wanted to be a filmmaker from the very beginning.
The escape to where you wanted to go. What about you?
I started in church. So I was always in plays. In elementary, I was always in plays. My mom would always put me in auditions. I auditioned for Barney when I was a kid.
Not Barney.
So I auditioned when I was in Barney. I did kid modeling. Uh-huh. I was just always doing that. I watched my mom sing in church, and just seeing her and the reaction when she would do a solo, seeing the reaction she would get in church, I wanted to get that same reaction out of people.
What are the solutions? What are the possibilities for us to be able to tell better stories that can really engage our community and lift our community?
Like you mentioned, those unions, I think the music side, that would be super helpful. Not just with the business things, but like the mental health, because mental health is super huge. We see too many artists, we lose too many artists to mental health, and it just plays a huge role in society nowadays.
My advice, and this not just some auntie shit, because I was on
Detroit.
I've been on all the spaces and hard. Look at your intake honestly, and think, have I been offline this year for 36 hours? Have I just literally not looked at Instagram, not been on Twitter, not got on TikTok? It's impossible. You talking about mental health stuff, it's impossible to be creative, truly creative. And I'm not saying that these spaces haven't been iterative and generative and created like all new possibilities and worlds, and that there's world building happening. But you do have to protect your piece. You have to protect what's original about your thinking. You know, and then you also have to not grow your ego in a way that I used to wake up thinking, oh my God, Israel bombed Gaza. I know everyone wants to know what I have to say about it. Like, bitch, no, they don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if they do, they don't need to. You know what I mean? Like, go somewhere and don't upload a picture of it, of the vacation, of the incredible party. You know what I'm saying? Just try it just once. I'm not giving you advice to like, because some of you make your money off of being online. So this isn't me trying to sabotage your life. I'm just saying, try 36 hours. You know what I mean? And in that way, again, protect your peace.
I just want to thank both of you for giving me your time.
Thank you.
This is what Sofa Sessions is, guys. This is not like a, you know, it's not like a panel, or it's not like, this is us sitting down and talking about things that can make us better as creatives. And we want to invite more creatives to come. We're going to have different ones each time. But it really is to just sit and talk about, how do we grow as a community? How do we learn? How do we give back? How do we uplift? Instead of having that stigma of us being crabs in a barrel, we start talking about how we push forward and how we create change.